everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to dive deep into something really powerful. Going to ask you 5 questions. And these are 5 questions that honestly transformed my life. They changed my life. And I know some of these questions are going to resonate with you too. If you're first time watching one of my videos, I'm Beverly Harper. I'm a psychotherapist. I have been for 20 plus years. And what my purpose here is to introduce you and introduce out into the world techniques and strategies and interventions that I have used successfully over the last 20 odd years with my clients to help people such as yourself maintain psychological well-being, because I think it's really important. And these techniques are here, so I want to share them. Today, I'm talking about asking yourself some questions. And these are 5 questions that I've asked myself that have made a difference to my life. The first question is the one that literally stopped me in my tracks when I first heard it, which is, if you imagine for a moment that you had no fear about failing or being judged, what would you, okay, just let that sink in. When I first really asked myself this, I realized how many of my decisions had been based on fear. Before I became a psychotherapist, I was kind of choosing my career based on what felt safe rather than what felt right. And once myself this question, if I didn't have this fear of failing, what would I do? That is when I gave up my corporate career and started retraining as a psychotherapist, so 20 odd years ago. But it's still, fear is there. Fear is real. We all have it. Earlier on this year, I had many thoughts about creating a YouTube channel, but I kept thinking, oh, what if I mess it up? What if I make mistakes? What if I look ridiculous? But then I asked myself this question, if I didn't have this fear, what would I do? And here we are. So fear was getting in the way, and I just kind of acknowledged it, but paid no attention to it. Because really, what is the worst that can happen? Nobody watches anything. A second question is, are you living your life? Or are you living the life others expect you to live? Now, at my ripe old age, I'm definitely living my life. But certainly when I was younger, it was a similar thing to being worried about negative judgment from people who were important to me. Maybe it's our parents' idea of success or society's blueprint for what life should look like. And again, when I was being captain corporate and working in publishing, every Sunday night I'd get this knot in my stomach. Well, it wasn't even Sunday night, it was Sunday afternoon. It was generally after Sunday lunch. And it wasn't because I'd eaten a big meal. Just my head was in Monday morning and it wiped out Sunday for me. Anyone else relate to that feeling? That was my wake-up call, that I really was living someone else's life. How crazy. Because on the face of it, it all looked great. Question number 3, what was it your younger self dreamt about that you've forgotten? So think back to when you were younger, when you were a child. What was it that lit you up? What did you do just because it brought you joy? If you kept a journal as a child, as a younger version of you, it can be helpful to look back on those. And that's exactly what I did. I found some of my old journals from when I must have been about 12 or 13. And although there was a lot of stuff about school and what I looked like and issues with my parents, what I actually wanted to be was someone who helped people. I wanted to help people. And that's what I do as a therapist. And now I hope this channel helps people. I'm never going to say quit your job tomorrow. We've got to be practical. But it's a question that reveals something super important about what truly matters to you. And so it's a question well worth asking. So the fourth question is, if money wasn't a concern, what would you choose to do with your days? If you had no worries about money, what would you do? What would you do if you do it for free? Again, when I asked myself this question, it was about putting my content out there. So I've created a community on Facebook, which is a private community. The link to join will be in the notes, in the show notes. I have meditations. I upload worksheets, all of which, is freely available in my Facebook group, because I really genuinely am passionate about giving people the tools to help themselves live their best life and to navigate their way through the inevitable difficulties life shows us. So that's question number 4, the money question. And then our final question is, what makes you lose track of time? And this is like a cheat code for finding your purpose. When you're so absorbed in something that time just goes by. That's gold. So what is that for you? For me, at the moment, it's thinking about ideas for content for these videos. It's editing them, and it's having deep conversations with people about personal growth and personal development. Time just disappears. So, 5 questions for you to ponder. Well, they're not just questions, are they? They're keys to unlocking a life you're meant to live. And that's the beautiful thing. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Just start with one question that resonates with you. Again, I'll ask, if you like this video, please share it with someone, press the like button. If you felt called upon to subscribe, so you're going to get regular content when I post new videos, which I will be doing regularly. And if you like the sound of being in my community, then there's a link to join my Facebook community in the notes below. Okay, thank you for watching. Go well.